You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, General Hospital fans. We've got a comings and goings shocker. One Life to Live's Blair Kramer is coming back to GH. So news just broke today when I'm recording this, but it'll be yesterday by the time you guys are first watching this when we put this video live. Kassie DePaiva is coming back to General Hospital as her One Life to Live character, Blair Cramer, formerly Blair Manning. And of course, she brought Blair to Port Charles way back in 2012 for a couple of episodes. They'd also brought back Star Manning and Todd Manning, but then Prospect Park sued and General Hospital had to change them to new characters because they lost the rights while it was litigating. Eventually, ABC won the suit with Prospect, and all these characters are now up for grabs, the ones from All My Children, the ones from One Life to Live. So we might just be in a crossover situation indefinitely. Who knows? A lot of people are thrilled about it. A lot of people are really pissed about it because General Hospital already has a cast of thousands. You ever see one of those Cecil B. DeMille movies? You know, the movies from like the 60s and 70s. Cast of thousands. That's General Hospital. All right. Before we dig into when you're going to see her and what she'll be doing, if you haven't already, please reach down and click subscribe so you don't miss any of our GH updates. All right, so in September, we are going to see Kassie DePaiva in scenes as Blair. What we're wondering is if she's going to be the infamous third ex-wife of Martin Gray that's driving Lucy Coe crazy with that big fat alimony check every month that's keeping him from getting married to her. So Miss DePaiva has got a few episodes in September, but there is no word of what characters that she's going to be in scenes with or the plot. So that's just me thinking out loud about the Martin Gray thing. In the past, she showed up as Todd Manning's ex-wife, but Todd is gone, and Roger Howarth is now Dr. Austin Gatlin-Holt. And in an interview with Soap Digest, Miss DePaiva said she would like to come back to GH as Blair. She was being interviewed about being over on Days of Our Lives as Eve Donovan. And if you don't watch Days, oh my gosh, she is so good as Evil Eve. So in this interview, she was talking about coming back to GH as Blair and then said, I guess Todd is not Todd, right? So if I was going to go back on that show, he probably wouldn't recognize me, but I could go, you're hot. You look like somebody I used to know. So that's pretty funny. The big question is, where are there storyline gaps for this One Life to Live character to come to Port Charles and slide into? There's the Martin Gray ex-wife story. Lucy Coe wants answers, and Blair's probably got the cash to pay the big bucks that he's getting. But there's also the plot of the Pawtuck lady mob boss that turned out now to be a man. So probably not that storyline, but you never know. Then there's the person suing deception. I feel like Tracy Quartermain is definitely neck deep in all this, and Walt Willey only has 2 days at GH this week as the attorney repping the plaintiff company suing deception. He's in and out before September, but Blair Kramer could be part of that storyline and the Martin storyline both. If you don't remember, back on One Life to Live, Blair did once own a cosmetics company called Melodor, I think is how you say it. So maybe she had the idea for the Deceptor way back when, and she was married to Martin Gray, and as part of their pillow talk, she talked to him about it. That'd be a lot of fun, because there definitely is some sort of link, unless they just drop this storyline. There seems to be some kind of link between Martin and the Deceptor concept. And of course, Walt Willey might be back for more courtroom scenes in September. So them not overlapping when he's here at the end of August doesn't mean that their plot lines won't necessarily, converge or not converge. If they do converge, we will be having a One Life to Live, All My Children, General Hospital crossover. And if you do watch Days of Our Lives, you've seen her over there reprising the role of Eve Donovan, who's in a mental institution for snapping in grief and trying to torture her daughter's killer. to revert to being a serial killer who is then programmed to kill his own wife. Very fun, soapy stuff. That's typical Days of Our Lives if you didn't watch it. But like it or not, Kassie DePaiva is bringing Blair Kramer back to General Hospital. All right, we have a couple of more things to talk about. If you're enjoying these, please click a like. If you haven't already, please click subscribe. And definitely drop your comments below on how you feel about another soap crossover. I saw some people on Twitter ranting about General Hospital becoming a dumping ground for random characters from defunct soap operas. So I know people are pretty polarized and torn about what they want to see and what they don't want to see. I personally am looking forward to seeing Blair and finding out if she's Marty's ex-wife. If so, it could be a whole lot of fun to see her going head-to-head with Lucy Coe, or she could be a partner in crime with Tracy Quartermaine. But whatever plot they have in mind, I'm there for it. She's only going to be on for a few episodes. I don't mind people dropping in for an episode or two. I don't really want any transplants from another soap sticking around permanently, only because the cast of General Hospital is ridiculously unwieldy. There are too many people on GH as far as I'm concerned. All right, so what do you guys think about this Blair Kramer, ex-Mrs. Manning, coming to Port Charles? Are you excited about it? Or are you like, oh, please, no? Tell us what you think. I read all your comments. I love your comments. Thank you for tuning in. This is Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.